Fears are growing for civilians like these in Yemen. The Saudi-led coalition has intensified airstrikes on the country's main port city. The United Nations saying on Friday that it's worries many could be trapped and that the operation to take them food and fuel supplies will be seriously hampered.
Any intentional direct attack against civilians or civilian objects is considered a serious violation of international humanitarian law. And extremely serious violations of international law, including war crimes, have been documented with alarming frequency since the beginning of this conflict in Yemen almost 2 years ago.
Earlier this week, Yemeni government forces, backed by Gulf Arab troops, recaptured control of the Red Sea city of Al-Mokka. That push paved the way for an advance on Hodeidah port. 5 cranes there have been destroyed, forcing dozens of vessels to line up offshore. The conflict between Saudi-led coalition and Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, erupted almost 2 years ago.
The fact that ports have been targeted, the airport in Sana'a is also not open to commercial flights, means that it's very difficult to bring in supplies into the country. And that's why we are seeing this worrying deterioration in the humanitarian situation in the country.
The International Committee of the Red Cross is calling for civilians to be allowed to leave for safer areas. It wants the wounded to be given access to medical care in line with international law. Across Yemen, some 12 million people, roughly half the population, face the threat of famine. And the UN says conditions there are only getting worse.